Hello, beautiful people. How are we doing today? Are you good? I hope you're good. We're back. It's Gibraltar Apex. You know what the vibe is, I hope. At this point, if you don't know what the vibe is, what are you doing here? I mean, don't leave, just to be clear. But we got shampoo action on the way. It's going to be a fun old stream today, gang. Midwest Kane, mate, thank you for the 5 months. Where are we at? Did I fill up my water bottle? It's a bit filled up. It'll last us the stream today. Where are we right now? We're in season 11. We've played 3 games in the Champions League. We lost against Barca, but we won back-to-back against Villarreal. Was it Villarreal or Valencia? I really shouldn't get those two muddled up. I'm pretty sure it was Villarreal, but it probably was now Valencia. No, it was Villarreal and Shakhtar. So, yeah, we won those games really nicely. We've got Arsenal lurking on the horizon, and Man 62 is another big game for us because right now in the league, Man 62 and Magpies look like the real threat this year rather than Lincoln, which is a bit of a turnaround. So, yeah, it's all action ready to start things today as well. Can I ask about the 38 goal difference? I mean, we are now a team that have made the Champions League knockouts multiple years in a row, taking on teams that have the budget of like a National League team. It's just the way it crumbles. Also, I need to turn on the fan. It's toasty, chat. It's toasty. It's actually not that hot anymore in the UK, but in this room it just gets warm. Is Palmer playing? I mean, he's been injured for ages, but when Cole Palmer's fit, he will play. But he is still not fit, bless him. Right. I think this is just us, isn't it? Do I go full strength against Lynx? Lynx is one of the games where I probably should rotate things, if I'm being completely honest. Of course, there's some big new additions to the team that I'm like keen to give loads of minutes to. Like Mikhail, who we signed last episode, is quality. We had our eye on this guy for ages. Perfectionist personality, 20 determination. I'm expecting him to improve a lot. So we'll see how he does. No new stream tile, not today. I just figured the stream was like the same as yesterday. No, nothing's really changed since yesterday's stream. We've still not signed anyone, and I just felt unimaginative. So why not just have the same stream title 2 days in a row? Is that controversial, chat? I've done that before. Just normally no one notices. You're all too observant, is my issue. Yeah, let's rotate things here as much as possible, I think. Give as much first-team football just to different players. Because we are going to have 2 big games coming up back-to-back that I really need to win. And even with this team here, we should be absolutely pumping Lynx. We should be. You sound a bit sick. I am sick. My voice is a bit sore. Can you tell? I say I'm a bit sick. I don't even think it's sickness, to be honest. I think it is just... I'm a bit tired because I stayed up watching the hockey and I've just strained my voice using it too much over the weekend. I mentioned it yesterday. I was looking after a group of children on a bouncy castle for about 6 hours on Sunday. And when you are labelled the bad guy, the evil villain who has to chase the kids on the bouncy castle, there is a role that you have to take on in that situation in terms of the noises you have to make, being the baddie. And they are not conducive with a healthy voice box. I take my role seriously. So, yeah, I strained my voice a little bit. And then yesterday I had to record 2 videos and I streamed. In all honesty, I should probably just do a shorter stream today and rest my voice. But how many times have I said that over the years and then not done it? Can the kids play Regista? I didn't check with them, to be fair. It was my my cousin's chat. What is the link? What, my cousin's children? And then my niece as well was there. But what is it if it's my cousin's kids? I don't even know. I'm quite fortunate in the sense that my family on my dad's side is quite like, you know, everyone meets up still and stuff, so it's nice to be able to see all the little ones. Is it second? I don't know if it's second cousin. Is it? I don't even know. It's just, is it second cousins? My cousin's children. I don't even know. Chat, does it matter? Do they need a label? Ask ChatGPT. That's how we solve everything in 2025, innit? Just ask AI, innit? The AI will know. Right, a logo, Savino. Why have we passed it back there? Oh, because Cliff's free. Why are they not marking? Oh, God, that is not Cliff Garcia's finest moment. Question, Jack. Why do you train players in roles that you don't use in your system? That doesn't affect players' potential, no. Because it's not training a new position. I train them in the roles where they are... Basically, chat, when you're training a player in a role, what you're actually training is the attributes that contribute to that role. It's like, if you have a really good defensive midfielder and you're going to use him as a defensive mid, but you want to play like a more possession-based system, if you don't think he needs to improve defensively, you should probably just train him as a roaming playmaker or a role that addresses the attributes that you want him to be better in, essentially. And if it's a position they already play, it has no bearing on their potential whatsoever. And positional familiarity does affect performance, but if you've got a player like a Logo here, right? A Logo has no concept of defensive mid, or at least he didn't at the start of yesterday's stream. He's actually learnt it quickly. I've decided I'm probably going to use him as a regista longer term. So I'm training him as a regista, which will impact his overall ability in the short term, but he's got enough potential it won't affect him long term. Jack, you tell the Panthers not to injure Leafs players. I'll try to. To Chuck, I'll be honest, he's not a man who's going to listen to what I have to say, I don't think. And neither's Sam Bennett. But at least the Leafs won. The Leafs are now winning in a second round of a playoff series for the first time ever in my time watching them. I'm confused. But yeah, the Leafs game was just a weird one. I mean, oh, that's awkward. He's missed a penalty. The Leafs game last night was a weird one. For people who don't follow hockey, the Leafs, not the favourites of this game, but they do have home advantage for the first two games of the series. They were 4-1 up. Their goalie went off with a concussion, or at least a suspected concussion. It didn't look great. He was throwing up at one point. And then they conceded and let in 3 goals. They still won 5-4, but it's not exactly ideal. But you know what? I'm going to enjoy it for what it is. The Leafs are leading a playoff series in the second round. Also, I realised why the Leafs game was starting later last night. It was so it didn't clash with the draft lottery, wasn't it? I realised that when I turned on ESPN just to see what was happening, and it was showing because I wanted to watch I was going to see if there was any preview stuff going on for all the second round games, and then I stumbled across the fact it was the bloody draft lottery. So that's the reason why I had to stay up for an extra hour. Also, like I mentioned, a Logo is playing out of position here, really, as a regista, but he's just got the attributes to play it, and against this level of team, he can still just pick out a pass like that. Is there a knack to developing Wonderkids who aren't good enough for the first team yet? I don't know what you mean, Marcus. And a knack. If you have a knack for something, there's like, it means you're good at it. So I'm not sure what it means in this context. I mean, when it comes to developing players that aren't in the first team, I'd like just playing them in the under-23s is not bad development. And then with players like Kalinowski, who are exceptional, kind of forcing them into the first team is the play. Oh, I'm a bit concerned that we've not scored a load here against Lynx because they're not meant to be very good, but their goalie is on a 7.7 rating, having saved a penalty. Was Cliff off there? Cliff was off. It wouldn't have counted anyway. Which ad sports pack do I use? I actually don't know, Bass, is the honest answer. I installed it over a year and a half ago, I think, at this point, and I literally couldn't tell you. It's actually out of date. I probably should try and find a new one. But, yeah, I don't have a Scooby, I'm afraid. I'm sorry I can't be of more use. Oh, Cliff, where are you going? I don't know why I believed he was going to score there. Ferret, 50 months, my friend. Thank you so much. 50 months of being subbed. Big love to you, pal. Thank you. 50 months is a forever chat. That is far too long to be putting up with my voice. I appreciate you, though, mate. Thank you so much. 50? What was I doing 50 months ago? I hadn't met Wok 50 months ago. It's over 4 years ago. What was happening 4 years? Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah, never mind. I know what was happening 4 years. Can you remember what was happening 4 years ago? That was fun, weren't it? I'm looking at the calendar going, what was 4 years? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I know what I was doing. I was getting drunk and eating kebab on stream. Is Cliff going to keep it alive? He is. Back post. Savino. How have we only scored one? I mean, it's the rotated team, so it's fine. What's the difference between Russian Kalinowski versus Russian Lampo? Kalinowski is better now than Lampo was. I mean, to be clear, Kalinowski is so much better than Lampo, and my staff actually think he's got potential, and he's got the personality to play. The personality to develop well, because he's got perfectionist personality. Like, Kalinowski has so much more upside to be a way better player. Perfectionist personality means he's very likely to develop. He's got 20 determination. He already has much better potential than Lampo was ever judged to have. And also, he just fits the system better. I will sort Kalinowski's face eventually, chat. I feel like he has to earn his face. You know, when he gets a hat-trick, then I'll give him it. Afternoon all. Who do you think is the essential FPL asset this weekend? In a cup competition and 200 to the winner, I think KDB could be a sleeper pick. I say that. I think a lot of people are saying KDB. Either that or like a Visser or Bueno if you've not got them against Ipswich. Oh, Williams. Thank you, mate. Oh, small F. Are we back? We had a little F there, apparently, chat. Also, I should warn you, chat. This is actually a word of warning. My PC crashed this morning. Midway through recording today, well, tomorrow's Journey Manager video, my PC just completely froze. So, yeah, I don't want to alarm you, but I'm not having a great day from a tech point of view. For the faces, do you New Gan or just your players manual? I usually use New Gan. Our XG there was like almost 5, I think, and we only scored 2. But we won, so it's fine. Bit annoyed that we didn't win by more against Lynx. Twitch is writing F, but there is no F. I'm so confused. There's literally no F. Chat, should I be worried? I literally just preluded today's stream by saying, yeah, we've had some issues, and then everyone starts writing F, and I don't know if I'm being trolled. YouTube, did you have a blip there, or was that a Twitch skill issue? It's like semi-Fs. Oh, it is dropping frames. Oh, I can see it, chat. I can see it. Why, chat? I really should just contact my... The thing is, I don't even know if it's my ISP. I literally don't know what's causing the internet issues. The internet was flawless for so long, but the thing is, I've actually had some issues with other things on my network in the last week. Like, I can't play EAFC at the moment without having, like, little stutters. Like, little lag spikes. But it's not packet loss, because I've done lots of testing. And I can't replicate any of the issues I have, which makes it great for trying to get an ISP to solve it. Do I think I'll get 100 league games wins in a row? Maybe. I think the league will eventually get more competitive. It's just a case of how quickly will it get more competitive. Like, we lost a cup game last year. It's not like we're impenetrable by kind of Gibraltarian teams. Is that MFL today? I'm not going to be streaming any of it. Cliff's injured. Freitas. We'll send him to a physio. There is MFL today. I probably won't show it on stream, but there is games. And I'd very much appreciate it if you are an MFLer and you go and check my cup games, which I don't really know why you do it in the first place, but if you do it, don't come in the chat and then tell me the results before I get a chance to watch the games. Don't be a wang. Is the Journey Manager say performing as well as you hoped? I'll be honest, Paddy, it's not doing great lately. In fact, streams are down as well. If you're watching on YouTube, please like the stream, because the YouTube views of the streams have died with regular videos coming back, which I thought would be a thing. But yesterday's Journey Manager video didn't even break 9,000 views until this morning, which is not good, if I'm being completely honest. I mean, it's kind of okay. It's to be expected. We're playing a Football Manager that's been out for 18 months. Like, it's not a game that everyone plays all year round normally. So when the game's been out for a year and a half, it's kind of hard to expect there to be that many people watching the content. But I'd be lying if I was to say it's not a concerning early indicator, if I'm being completely honest. I'm hoping it'll catch up view-wise. People will go back and, watch it back. But it's one of those things where I always knew, whatever I was going to do, chat, wasn't going to perform as well as I'm accustomed to something performing for this time of year, because we are in unprecedented times, in case you hadn't realised. When it comes to YouTube content creation with Football Manager. But kind of, no, it's doing fine. Expand the stadium. There is no point in expanding the stadium. Will the bank holiday affect viewership? I don't think so, if I'm being honest. And if it did, it then has a long-term effect anyway. But we'll see. I mean, you've got to remember, only 40% of my audience is from the UK anyway. So I can't really label it as being a bank holiday thing regardless. Palmer can play 45 minutes. We'll get him on the bench. This is a big game, by the way. Man 62 do not slip up. You know what? I'm going to back Kalinowski in this game. Might be naive. Might be me just rushing him into the team. I believe in him. What's a bank holiday? It's just like a day off, like a national holiday. Honestly, you probably need to lower expectations of using FN26 if I actually plan for it. Oh, Flo, please tell me you're joking. I'm fully aware. I'm comparing it relatively speaking. For context, chat, Friday's video got 14,000 views over the weekend. Monday's video got 9,000 views. It's a 50% drop-off. The last episode, or the episodes in Singapore, have all broken 15,000 views, which is good, and I'm sure there'll be a bit of back viewing, but I know how YouTube works. I know what the viewership drop-off is. There is a steeper drop-off than you'd normally see with a single team save game happening within 4 episodes of me moving clubs. Right. We should beat Man 62 here, but it's relatively straightforward. Watch what the YouTube VODs you discussed in the rep of a club. I'm at season 12 of Man 62 and we have 2.5-star reps, similar trajectory in the Champions League runs. You may be bugged. I think it's just because I have a lower starting point, to be honest. Like, if I'm not mistaken, Man 62 do get some European qualifiers early on. But we'll take the good with the bad here. If we get to 15 seasons in and the club rep still hasn't moved, then I'll panic. But it's all right, chat. I have completely planned for the fact the viewership is going to drop off with FM24. But the drop off is affecting everything, right? Like the streams on YouTube here. I appreciate you guys who watch. We were getting like 700, 800 people watching. I think there's like a fatigue at the end of the football season anyway. But also, once you get 11 years into a save game, people drop off. It's one of the reasons why like single team save games I think generally do better. It's kind of hard to hop into a save game when someone's joining a new club like 12 years in and know what's going on in the footballing world. But the whole reason why I'm doing the Journey Manager when I'm doing it is because it's a save game I feel like I want to do, but I don't expect to see perform well. And if there's a time to try something experimental, now's the time to do it. It's just a case of when I analyze all the data, which I do. I like analyze all the data on views, click-through rates, all my series. I have a pretty good idea of how stuff's going to do. I can analyze things to see how it's performing versus save games at a similar time of year. I'll blame it on Mark's injury. Maybe Mark's injury affected the viewership. What are the theories on lower viewership for the Journey Manager? People aren't enjoying Malaysia is kind of the obvious one. People are struggling to connect with the new club. That's always the risk when you move teams in a save game. I think some of it probably is the bank holiday. I'll review it longer term because it is a weird kind of time. But I can tell you as a matter of fact that today's video that went up on a non-bank holiday is performing worse than yesterday's video. And yesterday's video was the worst performing video of the series so far. So that in itself is just a concerning downward trend. Within the first 2.5 hours, yesterday's video had 3.6 thousand views. Today's video has 3,200. So there is a drop off in viewership. Hopefully it won't be too steep. Hopefully it levels out. And hopefully when, I move teams, it it gets a little new team bump. Why am I making subs at 2-0 here? I'm just not paying attention. But that is the nature of content creation. Is today not a holiday in GB? No. It doesn't have anything to do with work, chat. Just to be clear, I analyze everything. Chat, I appreciate you guys trying to offer solutions. It is just a case of the save game isn't meshing with as many people as you'd like to see. That is just the reality of it. But it's good to be able to try this kind of save game. And maybe it'll pick up steam. Maybe when I move clubs randomly, it'll hit the algorithm and people will go back and watch. But if nothing else, it's good to try out this stuff so that when next year someone says, why don't you do a Pentagon or a Journeyman save? I can kind of point and go, well, I did it and no one watched it or fewer people watched it. Only 2-0. I feel like we should be getting more. What's better for your viewership for streams, Twitch or YouTube? I can't really give you a good, accurate comparison. Twitch probably is, if I'm being honest. But it's very hard to compare. Do I think when I go to a bigger country like India, I'll get a bump from people in the country? Not really, nah. If I'm being honest. And the thing is, a bump like that is one thing, right? But if people are only tuning in because I'm managing in that country, they're not necessarily people who are going to remain engaged with the series. I remember there was one year where I did a save game in a country, and I can't remember what country it was. Also, we netted free here, so I'll flee. And people watched the series. And then when I moved, did a new save game, people were like, oh, I only wanted to see stuff in my own country, so I've unsubbed. It's they're not really the kind of... If people are watching just because you're managing in their country, they're not really the kind of people that you want to come in and cultivate as an audience. YouTube gets more views, but Twitch gives you more money. To be honest, Twitch is getting close to the amount of viewers that we get on the YouTube live streams. If you're a YouTube ultra, like the stream, feed it into other people's homepages. Yeah, the actual difference is getting more and more marginal, which is kind of wild because it wasn't for a long time. I think some of that is just the effect of course, starting now a YouTube save game again, which is kind of to be expected. Is Freitas going to be fit for Arsenal? It's going to be touch and go, which I don't love. Rest up the players. It's also college week finals in America. I don't think that, with respect, America makes up America makes up about less than 20% of my audience. And of Americans, over half of them are over the age of 25. I think it is, chat, just a case of we're getting to the end. People are fatigued of Football Manager. It's the end of the actual football season as well. People just want to spend their time doing other stuff versus watching Football Manager, which is kind of to be understandable. Understandable. There's not much you can do in terms of content to account for that. Like there is a natural drop off that happens. It's just a case of that with the Journey Manager, that drop off is happening way sharper by multitudes quicker than it normally would. Why don't I run more ads? Twitch runs ads. I have quite aggressive ads running on Twitch. is the simple answer. I don't really want to bombard people with more. I don't need to do anything before the Arsenal game here. We're at home against Arsenal. Rename the Journeyman to Mark to Prem. See, that's genius. That is Mark. I mean, I don't know how. Not sure how well that would do in terms of SEO versus the Journey Manager, but that is a genius name that I could applaud. What's the breakdown with your viewers? I think it's like 42 to 44% UK, then like 19% American, and I think the next highest is like 4% in Germany. Obviously, it changes a little bit month to month, but when I change save games, that also affects things too. Well, no, things have got to the point of when if Jack starts doing ads for Raid Shadow Legends. To be fair, did them before. All I'm saying is they pay well. In fact, there is actually, I think, on tomorrow's YouTube video, which I've not finished recording yet because my PC crashed earlier. There is a brand deal, everyone. So if you watch tomorrow's video and go, oh, this is great, leave a like, please. But buy stuff from the brand. Support the channel. Let me keep the lights on. I won't say what it is. You'll find out tomorrow. Now you've got to watch tomorrow's video to find out what the brand deal is. It's genius. It's not KFC. I wish it was KFC. I think my team's okay here. It's weird, right? When it comes to like YouTube and the Journey Manager, there's probably other save games I could do that would get slightly better viewership, but I'd rather do a save game that I think I'll enjoy than what I'm doing for the sake of viewership, which is probably awful from a business decision point of view, but I'll be honest, I feel like at this moment in time, there is a degree of focus that just has to go into my mental health and kind of just doing stuff that I enjoy for this weird period before hopefully a new Football Manager comes out. It's not Wasabi. It's not a bottle company. It's not the Malaysian Tourist Board. How do my teams do in the Cup on MFL? They didn't do well, Unkind Shrimp. To be honest, the Cup is not a priority for me this year with my Spark teams especially. So I've just used it as a chance to actually experiment with some different shapes that I've not yet tried in League games to see what might work. Jack, can you run ads before Champo games so that ads don't run in the league games if possible, like how you do with F1M? It's not really as simple as that because the prelude bit for the Champo games goes in the YouTube videos. So I think it's just a better case of letting them run when they run. It's not ovens made in the Netherlands either, I'm afraid to say. Are there any good free agents? Someone's just asked who's the best free agent available in terms of rep. Melina, age 35. Renan Lodi, Sanderberg. Lots of old people here. Reece Nelson. Should we get him Gibraltar nationality? He can get capped at 35. Lewis Hall's a free agent again, everyone. Oh, my word. How's he got that bad? It's actually kind of wild. Ooh, Isaac Hansen-Aranen. He's actually quite good in this save game. Do I need him? He's only 29. Who wants him? All the Middle Eastern countries with more money than me. I mean, he's very good. If I want a bit of depth in the attacking mid area and somebody can play pretty much anywhere in the final third, like he could slide at Regista when I need him to. He actually is a quality Regista. He might be the play. Oh, chat, how much does he want? I think he's going to want tens of thousands of pounds that I can't afford. Please, what mods do you use to make your game look this way? There's loads of tutorials on my channel on skins and graphics packs, but you just use skins and graphics packs mods. I think that all the videos are linked below the YouTube stream. Chat, so let me know, in the YouTube video, in the YouTube stream description, does it cover all the mods? It should do. I'm going to give him a fat signing on bonus and see how much he asks for. Okay, we won't be signing Isaac. 81,000. That's mad. Jack, sorry mate, I missed your message 14 minutes ago. Jack, get your indongs out. Also, Weak Potato, did I miss your 48 months? Or did I say it? I can't remember. Weak Potato, if I missed that, I'm very sorry. Cheers to 2 years with my favourite aging streamer. Aging? Aging? Am I aging? I am. I'm an old man. I got married this year. I'm officially old. I'm soon going to be entering the dad bod era, which, I mean, I'm already in, minus the fact that I've just not got children, so it's just a bod era, which doesn't really work. You know, I'm going to hit mid-30s. Then even if I don't have kids, I'm still going to rock a dad bod. I can just pretend, can't I? No one's going to know. But yes, thank you to you, Weak Potato, for 4 years. And I won't be getting my indong out, Jack. And Harder Banana, you came in with 31 months as well. I appreciate it, mate. You're a child yourself. Not wrong. Literally not wrong. Let's set Magic's age here of 29. Actually, before I do that, if I just untick interested in transfer, who is the best player? It's actually just the players I was already looking at. The good sign is I can sign anyone who's a free agent. Who's Marley here? I've already got him scouted. He's not good, is he? Demir Ege Tiknaz? Never heard of him. He plays for Besiktas. I'm sure the Turkish fans are about to come out the woodwork and tell me he's the greatest player ever and be offended I've never heard of him. Paul Brook. I mean, I think I looked at him before. In fact, his media description is diminutive winger because he's very... Chat, how small is he? What is 158 centimetres in feet? In foot and inches. Normally, I'm pretty good at doing the conversions. I use centimetres because I want to judge players' growth more. He's 5'1". Oh, sorry, 5'2". My short king. With 20 agility, though. Oh, my word. Do I sign him just so he can maybe play for Gibraltar in 2 years? I like the fact he wants me to sign someone to help him settle as if he's not moving to... Oh, 36,000. Absolutely not. What's the difference between agility and pace? Agility is a player's ability to change direction and move quickly, not in a straight line. Pace is their overall top speed. You can just mouse over stuff here, and it'll tell you. Will I watch the Barca-Inter game? Yeah. Actually, no. You know what? I'm just not going to watch it out of protest. No, I can confirm I will be watching it. How good is Shola in this save? Not great. Right, let's save the game here. UCL Group Game 4. I can hear a funny noise, and I thought it was coming from my PC, but it's coming from the fan to my left. I was like, why do I hear a bad-sounding noise? If the mods want to do a Preds for the Twitch gamblers, we can do one. And if you're watching on YouTube, leave a like on the stream. Let people know that you're here. What are your thoughts on Trent? I talked about it yesterday quite a lot. I think of the 3 players Liverpool were losing, he's the one I was most kind of willing to lose. I don't really like the way in which he's gone, but there's definitely people who kind of take it too far. I do hate this idea, like, people who are like burning shirts on social media, like they are just doing it for outrage and attention. They're not doing it because it's how they actually feel. And yet, you know, one person will burn a Trent shirt and suddenly the internet goes, oh, Liverpool fans are burning effigies of Trent. It's like, you know, people love to play it to the extremes. Overall, disappointed he's gone. I'd kind of compare it to if someone like Ryan Giggs left Manchester United or Scholes left Manchester United. Or like a John Terry left Chelsea, like obviously earlier on in their careers, like when they're in their primes. And I guess someone will point at someone like David Beckham and go, well, David Beckham left. Well, David Beckham didn't leave on a free. You could argue, well, Liverpool should have sold him sooner if they didn't think he was going to renew his contract. It's kind of fair enough. I think from a fan point of view, it's one of those things where it's just a bit of a frustrating situation to see play out. Trent with a greater legacy than Gerrard. That is a mental take. Absolutely not. Steven Gerrard single-handedly carried a Liverpool team that was shite for so much of his career at the club to many different trophies. Trent was a part of Liverpool's success. He wasn't the reason for the success. I think Conor Bradley can step up, but with his injury history, I think Liverpool have to sign a new right-back, probably. I think that's where I'm at with it all. Tommy Fred, mate, favour 25. Appreciate you, mate. Chat, can I just say I appreciate all the support. I did notice recently the Twitch subs have dropped a little bit. I mean, that's just all the gifted subs dropping off, which is kind of to be expected. When you have the big hype return to streaming Football Manager and then everyone a month later is like, oh, I guess this is normal now. But for those of you that do keep your subs going, I do appreciate it, especially during this period where there's just no Football Manager news or anything. What will happen if I win this game? I mean, we'll go on to 9 points. Okay, I need to go into YouTube mode, everyone. Are you ready? Okay, I'm ready now. I've entered YouTube mode. It's a state of mind. Okay, so 4th game of our Champions League campaign. Someone just subbed right I did it. MD Games. I appreciate you. You've really thrown me off my game there. Thank you for the 42. How dare you give me money when I've entered YouTube mode? How dare you? Let's try again. I'm in YouTube mode now. Okay, so it's our 4th game of the Champions League proper. Arsenal at home, far from the easiest game we're going to have to play. Arteta's still their manager. Saka is their key man. He's pretty blooming good. 150 caps for England at the age of 32 is absolutely mad, by the way. Yeah, this game isn't going to be easy. In terms of the Champions League standings, they are currently unbeaten through 3 games. As for ourselves, I mean, we've won 2, lost 1. This isn't one of those games that you expect to win, is it, when you see the fixture list come out? A win here, though, 9 points, would put us in a spot where we may well be through to the knockouts with that. Right. So in terms of team news for today's game, one notable omission, really. Keita is suspended at centre-back. A player who's been improving leaps and bounds and who I really want to keep in the team is not in the team today. It does mean that Marseilles is going to come into the team, who you could maybe argue on paper is maybe one of our top 2 centre-backs, but I've really not used him as much as you might expect. That said, he is going to get the nod in this game here. He loves important matches. This is very much that. Elsewhere, Cole Palmer is back in the team, which is exciting. Freitas was injured. He's actually recovered from injury the day before the game. It was only a bruised thigh. I'm going to swap him in, I think, for Palmer. Originally, I was going to rush Palmer in and sub him off at half-time, as he can only play 45 minutes. Given the fact he's coming back from damaged Achilles tendons, probably should just be sensible. You know what? He's going to be on the bench. The rest of the team, though, I think is pretty much full strength for this game. We will make sure Achilles in the team. This squad looks good to me. I'm nervous, chat. A win here would be massive. I can't really expect to win, can I, at home? Their team here is good, isn't it? Martinet. Who is Martinet? I think he's a regen. I remember him from before, actually, that striker. He's a regen, isn't he? Let me check. This guy, Marvin Alini? Marvin Alini. Help. Help. Right, pray for our defence. We'll pray for our defence and we'll pray to the roof. Hands together. Bow your head. Believe in the roof. They're playing a 4-3-3. Very much at full strength. I am scared. Show me the roof. Show me the roof. Yeah! Right, now we're going to win. Chat, I can still hear a weird noise. I can't tell what. There's a weird noise in my room. Is it the fan? I've turned off the fan. Okay, the noise has stopped. I guess that's good. I've got a weird noise. I think it's coming from... I wasn't sure if it was coming from my PC fan or the fan that keeps me warm, but it was like a... Didn't sound good. Now I'm hot, though, so I'm putting the fan back on now. I've tested it. You probably can't hear the noise, I don't think. So I guess it's fine. Right, Thiago Freitas, Mon Ami, get it forward. Marchessan heads it only just over. 3 minutes in, we've had a shot. We've had 2 shots, actually. Wowzer. We can hear it. Can you actually hear it? Can you actually hear it? I don't know if I'm being trolled. What is making the noise? Is chat trolling me? It's stopped now, and I don't know how I've stopped it. You might be able to hear it with headphones on. I think it's stopped now. I think we're fine. It sounds like a fan blowing on the mic. Oh, you can hear the fan. If you can hear the fan blowing on the mic, that's a different sound. I'm talking about the clicking sound, chat. That's not blowing on me now. Got to change the angle by degrees. Okay. Okay. It's the scary man, Alini. Gives it to Martinelli. Inside, Nwaneri. That's a good save, NDIA. You know what? Early encouragement needed. Early encouragement needed. Odegaard corner. Saliba's under it. Arsenal are scary from corners, aren't they? I mean, 20 minutes in, they've not done anything. They're going to try and play the ball out from the back here. If we force a turnover here, like, we could actually score. If we don't force a turnover and they break our press, we are then in trouble. Played down the line. Martinelli nods it down to no one. Marchessan with the green headband in the 3D match engine. That is the source of his powers. That is an awful pass there by Tunkara. Eleni to Nwaneri through the middle. Eleni scores. Is he on? I think he's on. I think he's on. Please give offside. It's not offside. I mean, this guy is absolutely ridiculous. Yeah, that is a well-timed run to say the very least. And it is now 1-0. I just want to remind you of how good the guy is that we're playing against here, just for context. This is the man who I'm trying to keep quiet. He's absolutely unreal. Like, what? How do you stop a bloke like this? Like, you'd struggle to stop him with actually, like, world-class players. I've got Cabrera, Marchesan, who I love. They're not as good as him. I'm still going to encourage the players, mind you. Yeah, you're right. He is like the broken English striker who generates in every save game. If I want to find a positive, nothing has happened in that first half besides the goal. Like, nothing really changed. I'm kind of tempted at half-time to go more attacking. Iwatara booking is concerning. We'll bring in Perez. You know what? Freitas is coming back from injury. I'm going to give Cole Palmer the nod here. Give Cole Palmer a chance. Also, I'm going to change Ndong to a pressing forward on attack. We're going to try and go for this game a little bit more in this second half because we might as well. They're already dominating the ball. This system here allows them to dominate the ball, then looks to hit them on the break. We've got the atypical, iconic Arsenal set pieces to deal with, though. It's kind of dealt with, but Martinelli still has it. Oh, what a tackle that is. Palmer does not get it away from danger. Davis for them keeps it alive. Martinelli, Nwaneri. Our next game is against... Is it Dynamo? I feel like we have a chance in that game. I don't feel like we have a chance in this game right now. We are in trouble. An hour played. I should make more changes. Also, chat, I just got a DM on Twitter. I totally forgot. There might not be a stream tomorrow because I'm doing a podcast. It should be quite an interesting pod as well. At least for me, it'll be interesting. It is an MFL podcast I'm appearing on, but, you know, I can offer the Football Manager insight to it. It'll be quite interesting to just chat with the guys about stuff with it. But it does mean that if I do a stream tomorrow, it'll be a later start. Stream the podcast. I'm not sure that's how it works. Has anyone ever had the balls to go on a podcast on it as a guest and be like, I want to stream it? There's 5 minutes left in this game. It's still 1-0. This has been an absolutely awful game of football. And yet, I'm actually relatively happy with the performance. Like... Maybe I should have gone for it more at the end, in retrospect. We made a load of changes. It didn't really change anything. Like, that's fine. That you did yourself proud. That's okay. You did your job. Palmer's back from injury. Arsenal are top. Like, that's not a bad defeat. Bit annoying, you can see here. Iwatara's going to miss our game against Marseille. Okay, it's Marseille, then Dynamo. I got those two games the wrong way round. These are the two must-win games. Because after these, we've got Man U and Real Madrid. And they're going to be hard. The Marseille game, that's the one we've got to try and win. That was not ideal, was it, chat? If we're being honest. I mean, 1-0's not bad. I'm quite happy with that. Kalki W. I hope I've said your name correctly there, mate. Thank you so much for the Prime. It might be Kelsey. Either way, I appreciate you. Thank you for being here. How good are Marseille? They've got a key player who's a regen. Christian Etua. He's good, isn't he? He's got 19 passing and 19 vision. He's good, isn't he? Oh, we had to check out a player. Let's have a look at Iran Kunda. Is he good in this universe? He's playing for Augsburg. I have this guy in Ultimate Team. I put him in an Evo during Team of the Year. I think he's still only 81 rated, but he's quality as a super sub. In this universe, he never broke into Bayern's team, and then he moved on a free to Augsburg, where he's actually played quite well looking at things. I mean, he's agile, isn't he? Christ. I've never actually watched him play. Is he good? Aussie viewers, is he the real deal? The Marseille game ain't going to be easy, but it's probably our best shot at getting points outside the Dynamo game, isn't it? Is the 6'8" centre-back Tony Djibouti in a new game? Oh, what? Oh, I had him at Udinese. I forgot his name. I think he probably is. I wish I could, like, sign some, like, actual quality players. But I just can't. I mean, Alexander Eskicher, like, I've looked at this guy for years. I'm shocked that no big teams have signed him. Like, if I could bring him in to be a backup goalie, would that be a stupid idea? He's very, very good, and he wants to be a backup goalie. I don't know much about this team. This team playing the top division of Serbia, like, he's not really improved, but as a backup goalie, he's way better than what I've currently got. Like, you could argue maybe he's better than NDIA. Is that controversial? If he's willing to be the backup for £1 million, he's probably worth 200k. It'd be rude to say no, wouldn't it, really? It would just be rude to say no for... I really like the look of him, actually. I think he's very, very good. Eskic, in you come, wants to be a backup. We love that. I can only give him a 1-year deal. I'll give him an optional contract extension. To be fair, it's a 1.5-year deal. Okay, well, he's just agreed to that. For $250,000 as a backup goalie, can you really complain? That's a mad signing. Like, right now, my current backup is Hashemi, who, with respect to him, like, is such a massive upgrade for £250,000. It'd be rude not to. I think is what I think. So there's some new players here. Benjamin Santander. So good, they named him after a bank. Henning Hermann. I think he's a face in the game region. I feel like I've seen his name before. Maybe Henning Herning's just a very common German name. Because I don't think he is a face in the game player. But I feel like I've seen him before. Maybe it's in this save game, to be fair. I love Javier here, but the injury proneness scares me. This guy's only just turned 18. I need to stop taking punts on maybes and sign more ready-made players. Although, this guy's just turned 18 and he looks quality. He is injury-prone and inconsistent, and I have so many attacking mids on my books that I probably shouldn't be signing him. Chat, I've got 33 centre attacking mids. 33. 33! I have a problem. Are we watching the MFL Cup games today? Not today. I'm not going to be streaming super late today, chat. I don't know if you can hear it in my voice. My voice is not good. Some people mention this guy. I looked at him before and he didn't want to join me. Yeah, he still doesn't want to join me. Yeah, my voice is not good. I don't know how obvious it is. It is scratchy and strained. It was already bad yesterday, and then I had to record 2 YouTube videos in a day, and then I streamed as well. This is the year where the youth team should get shrunk in size quite significantly. Although saying all of that, there are contracts here that I need to extend, so let's get those extended. This guy's taking a wage cut from £1,000. You know what? I won't question it. Are there any other 2034 Aldragos here? Get him a new contract. I can trigger an extension, actually, so it's fine. Has Sai got a new deal? I'm pretty sure he's already agreed one. Yeah, he's already agreed one. That's good. Dragos and Juan I've just addressed. Kone has already got one signed as well. So that's good. Abdel Messi, I signed him just because his name was Messi. Even if he doesn't have any potential, he's the kind of player who I just feel like I should be extending his contract anyway. Has my youth academy found anyone good in this save game? No, sadly not. When you're based in a country with 30,000 people, the odds on you getting anyone who's actually good are kind of slim to none, sadly. Okay, all these other players, chat, have contracts expiring. You'll notice that a load of them have taken up Gibraltarian nationality. I think the national team is about to get a wave of these Americans. Loads of these players have never played for me. Chris Hilton came through our academy. He's like the one exception. But like Johnny here, like American who switched nationality. When is the next international break? Is it soon? It's after this college game. We should get to this game. Do we still have Jakey? We do. Unless he's left and I've not noticed, which would be a bit awkward. He was here last time I checked. I want to give Kalinowski as many minutes as possible when I can for his development. How's the national team looking? They're starting to win the odd game here and there. They beat Scotland in a World Cup qualifier. The national team is getting better, which is cool to see. How's the Champo gone this year? We've got 2 wins and 2 losses. We've got Marseille in our next Champo game and then Dynamo. 9 points might be enough. 10 points would definitely be enough. So if we can get a win and a draw in them, we should be okay. I didn't see what formation are College playing. I assume they're playing... I don't even know what. I can assume they're playing most of this. A 3 at the back? It is a 3 at the back. I hate it. Kalinowski can't play on the wing. Am I taking Kalinowski off after 17 minutes here? No, you know what? We'll cancel the changes. I think we can still just break them down. I hate playing against 3 at the backs in this year's Football Manager. The only way you score against this formation is own goals. Where you pull the ball back like that, it hits a defender and goes in. I feel like that's a very common goal in this Football Manager match engine. Own goals off the shins of defenders running back towards their own goal. I don't know if that's just me. I've noticed it more and more lately, I feel like. What total points do you typically need to get top 8 in the Champo? Like, more than I'm ever going to get is the simple answer. I think usually it's like 15. But it's often goal difference is a big tiebreaker. It's not something we're realistically going to be achieving for a while without a lot of fortune. Like, when it comes to the draw. Have I won the league yet with all wins? Yeah. I mean, we've won like 63 league games in a row, and the league season's 25 games long. So we've won this. We've not dropped points in like over 2 years in the league. So for new viewers, in the league games, we tend to get 3 goals, then just instant results it. That's kind of our mercy rule that we have for the sake of everyone else in the nation. Is it September at the start of the season after this one where the TV deal's up for renewal? It is indeed, Dylan. I'm hoping it's going to go up. I mean, if it should go up. If it doesn't, I'm going to be crying. I'm probably going to be crying anyway. Let's be honest. How have we only scored 1 goal in this game, by the way? An XG of 2. We've absolutely battered them. Like, they're not getting out their own half. And Dong can't get there. Iwatara, keep it alive, son. I'm not even rotating the team here. Imagine if they go up the other end and score. I don't want to imagine it. I might have a breakdown. Yeah, at the moment, the big bottleneck is we need the other Gibraltarian teams to start doing better in European competitions. Like, it's tricky for me to do much better than we're already doing. And if the... Oh, that's a finish by Kalinowski. And if the coefficient goes up, that will help me attract players, but also get, hopefully, more money into the Gibraltar infrastructure. That was a really nice goal by Kalinowski. It was a bit of a weird one because I thought the defender had it under control. And then he kind of just robbed it off him. Not going to complain. That's a finish. What are the results of the Champo this year? 2 wins and 2 defeats. We lost against Barca and Arsenal. We've beaten Villarreal and... Who was the other team we beat? Oh, Shakhtar. One more goal and I'll make some subs and net free and flee. You know what, let's make some changes now. Latifi off for El Sayed. Zaffarino on. Savino on. Marches Sam, we'll give you some minutes. Why not? Curious to see what the international break team looks like for Gibraltar here. Because we've got a load of Americans that have never played for me that have all just now been at the club 5 years and switched nationality. But because they've not played, I don't know how many of them are actually going to get called up. This is a very chilled stream today. It does feel chilled today, doesn't it? I think I'm a bit lower energy today, chat, just because my voice isn't great. I'm trying not to strain it too much. Even the Arsenal game was kind of unusually chill, wasn't it? Nothing happened. Oh, Zeffarino, square that. Oh, okay, I'll score it. I've made my subs. I've made my bed. Let's go for a nap. I still need to record tomorrow's YouTube video. I've recorded half of it. I need to finish off the transfer window. If you've not been watching The Journey Manager, make sure to go watch it after the stream. It's been a really, really fun kind of change of pace. I'm liking it a lot. Right, international break is now happening. Okay, Eskic is going to join us. That's a really good backup goalkeeper for £250,000. Can't go wrong with that. That's a mad signing for £250,000. I think the national team might have already been announced and I missed it, but I'll wait for the players to go on international duty and then we'll check it. Magpies have won every game so far. They've not yet they've not yet played Man 62, to be fair. But they're doing well. The fact Man 62 and Magpies are doing so well is really cool to see. PP is upset I'm not playing him in more games. Cham, I'm a bit concerned that PP's hit his ceiling. He's actually wanted by a couple of teams. I'm going to try and get him to lower his playing time. I might have to sell him. Would it be mad to sell PP? I like PP, but if he's not going to improve much and there's interest and he's not homegrown, he could be on the chopping block. MFL time yet? Palmer, you missed MFL yesterday, mate. I can't do the cup games today. I need to play more Football Manager. You missed me having a meltdown in the cup, where I decided to rotate and change tactics just to see what would work for my Spark teams, and it didn't go to plan. My season's going okay. My my Tokyo team, my bronze team in MFL, are unbeaten in 5 league games, but I've drawn 4 matches. I'm in 4th, so it's like, I think 4th or 5th. So despite the fact we're drawing, it's not that bad. But it is a bit frustrating when you're just drawing as many as we are. Uatara, by the way, is improving a bucket ton, which is cool to see. How did Shebas go in the Cup? The Shebas did not do well in the Cup. They lost 1. Was it 4-3? I lost track. I have too many teams in the Cup. Right, let's look at the national team here, because apparently we've produced a load of players, and I think a load of these are new players, like Uribe, who's now in the national team setup. Like, this guy's never played for me, right? But he is so good. Like, he is easily good enough to walk into the national team. It's really cool to see. Johnny Jenkins is in. That's cool. That's really cool, actually, to see that he's made it in. Because he's not a bad fullback. Uribe, we just talked about, made it in. Baff had already been called up. Jeremy Salmon's now been called up. Al Hassan is also playing. I'm still waiting for Al Williams to get called up. I wonder if he'll declare for Wales instead. Jacob Williams here, because he's English with Welsh nationality and Gibraltarian. Oh, is he stuck on waiting for paperwork, chat? I think he's stuck on waiting for paperwork. I might buy the FM real-time editor just to fix this paperwork stuff, because it's really sad when players don't get the nationalities that they should, and they just get stuck. Is this going to make it harder to become the national team manager now? I don't know, because expectations are probably going to be higher on the national team now to do well, which might make it more difficult for the manager to keep his job, because like they'll be expecting to actually do stuff. Also, Casey Wooster's in the national team too. Still hasn't scored. Use the pen. The thing is, I don't have the in-game editor enabled for this save game. So if I wanted to fix it, I'd literally have to buy like the unofficial editor. But I think it does have a few more features. But that'd be the only way I can do it. How is Raul doing here? I've signed Raul because he was 15 and looked good. He's joined at his potential's CAC and he's still listed as a star player. Can I lower his playing time without him crying? Okay, good news. I can. Liam Goodwin made his first appearance for Canada. He's actually quite good. He's just never going to be good enough for me, I don't think. Letting his contract run down at the end of the year. PP wants to discuss the number of games he's started. Mate, we literally just tried to lower your playing time. I'll have to sell you. That won't be necessary. It might be. Benfica and Porto want you, and I want to sell him on. Chat, Lampo's discussing wanting to leave. He's halfway to being eligible to play for the national team. We'd probably be better I let you go. And he's gone, forget saying anything. Sorry, Lampo. GTA Trailer 2 is out. I'll watch it later. I can't get that. This might be a reflection of me, chat. Maybe I'm an old man. Maybe it's because I worked on video game trailers for like almost a decade. I don't get that excited watching game trailers anymore. Like, if a trailer's really good and cool, then I'll get into it. But, like, there's not very often where I'm like, oh my gosh, I need to stop everything I'm doing because a trailer's come out for a game. Am I just an old man? Am I just bitter? Probably. Hey, Johnny Jenkins, first appearance. We love to see it. Thing is with trailers, like, it's not even reflective of the final product 9 out of 10 times. Is there any other game I'm excited for apart from FM? No, FM is my life. I wouldn't even say, chat, this might sound mental. I don't know if I'm excited for the new FM. I feel like I've hit like a point of like, just, what's the word I'm looking for? Just a bit like, I'm ready for it now. It's like, it feels so overdue, it's hard to be excited. AZCFC, mate, you redeemed a checkout player. What player would you like me to check out? Let me know. Also, chat, I'll tell you what's wild. I heard through someone that GTA was going to get delayed last week. And I didn't say anything. I could have leaked it. I could have been one of those like leakers on the internet. I literally knew about it like over a week ago. It was like 2 weeks ago I heard through the grapevine. It's funny, the games industry, man. Like, everyone knows everyone, and it's amazing that more stuff doesn't leak out. Oh, did we already check out? It's showing for me, AZC, that the redemption only came through now on my end. Sorry. Oh yeah, you redeemed Irankunda. I promise I'm okay. Can we get a pred on what will come first, FM25 or GTA 6? I don't think FM25 is ever happening, chat. I think the next Football Manager, they'll just call Football Manager. And then every subsequent Football Manager will then have the year again. They'll call it Soccer Manager for the laws. To be fair, Soccer Manager already exists. There's already a game called Soccer Manager. Look at all the players playing for Gibraltar. Makes me feel warm and fuzzy inside. I did notice that Ed O'Brien, who's one of our youngsters who came through our youth intake, is actually in the national team, which caught me a little bit off guard. I should probably give him a full-time contract, really, shouldn't I? Literally plays for the Gibraltar national team, but I'm not going on a contract. Join me for more professional Football Manager tips. What's one thing that's not been announced to be added to that you want to see in the next FM? Oh, what do I want to see in the next FM? That's not been announced. This would be, they'll never do this, and this is like purely as a content creator that I'd want this. I wish there was a way that people could play fantasy football with a streamer's FM save game. Like, somehow my save game interfaces with Twitch in a way whereby you could log in via the Football Manager game client and set up a fantasy football team based on my, like, stream saves. And, like, the prices are dynamic through the year, and everyone in chat could compete against each other. Like, don't get me wrong, it's the most niche idea ever that no one who actually plays the game would ever want. But from a content creation point of view, it'd be so fun. I'd rig it for myself. You know, I see everyone captaining my star player, drop him for the game. But no, in terms of realistic features, I've said this for ages. Like, in possession and out of possession tactics, I'd love to see. And contextual highlights. Like, it really irks me when you're 4-0 up in a game and you just get shown, like, a corner that amounts to nothing. Like, I feel like we're in a world where the game should probably be smart enough to be able to adapt on the fly to how many highlights should be shown. Am I bound by any NDAs if they put any updates in the FM Creator Discord? I have NDAs with Sports Interactive, yes, chat. If they put in the Creator Discord, there's news coming, or come to our offices in 2 weeks, I can't then go, by the way, chat, I'm going to the SI offices in 2 weeks. It depends on if what they're saying is confidential, but usually what they communicate in a Creator Discord server is rather confidential. Improved trees. You know what, chat? You're on to something there. And the improved trees would also be a good thing that we should have. Jack is going to the SI offices in 2 weeks, ? Shocked face. Yeah, chat, I leaked it. Better burger ones. Chat, what would you add to FM? What would be your one thing to add to the next Football Manager? I think for this, I am deliberately not saying stuff like a better looking match engine, because we know the game's moving engine, so I feel like we have to assume it will look better. It can't look worse, and it's very unlikely it looks just the same. Better car parks. Better roofs. Genuinely curious, what happens if you break an NDA? You can get sued. And you'll be blacklisted from any kind of early access stuff via that game's publisher. Better regen faces. That's a pretty kind of... I think that's another safe bet, right, with the engine change. Then again, the regen faces have got worse on occasion, so maybe we shouldn't assume anything. I think in possession, out possession tactics. There was a leak at one point to do with that. I don't know if it has much credence. Where was it sorted out? It was like last September. They posted like a list of in possession and out possession roles. Would I rather new FM release completed next week or guaranteed back-to-back promotions for all your Spark clubs? I'll tell you what, I could get the back-to-back promotions with all my Spark clubs with the money I'd make off a new Football Manager releasing. So I'll say the new FM, please. More customization of training facilities. I think it'd be cool if they did more stuff with, like, multi-club networks. Like, the affiliate system got expanded upon. Like, maybe if you get enough money, you could buy a stake in the club that you're managing, or, like, a club that you used to manage. I mean, honestly, one thing that Football Manager should do is a director of football mode. Like, you've got this crazy detailed simulation of the world of football that already kind of simulates a lot of the stuff a director of football already does. Like, I feel like that has to be coming in the first few years of the next generation of Football Manager once it kind of has feature parity with what we have now. Licensed stadiums would be nice. Licensed stadiums are so difficult. I don't know how many people know this. Licensed stadiums is one of the hardest things that I'm shocked that EAFC are able to get done. With, like, top division teams, right, with newly built stadiums, is actually not too bad. The issue is for a lot of lower league football stadiums, the rights to individual stands are owned by the architects that design them. And so if you want to kind of get an older football ground that was built up over a number of years with various architects, you have to get agreements in place with every architect who designed each stand. And that is both very complicated and very expensive. So you want scandals. The thing is, they can't really do scandals with real players. Like, they kind of already have stuff with regens, but for obvious legal reasons, you can't have, like, Mario Balotelli being seen out clubbing before a game, even if it's just in Football Manager. Can you manage youth teams in FM? I mean, you can manage B teams. You can't manage... Well, you can manage youth teams, but you have to manage the senior team as well. But I'll be honest, if you've never managed a B team before in Football Manager and you think youth teams would be fun to manage, go manage a B team and realise how shite it is. Wanting to manage youth teams in, like, under 23 clubs in Football Manager is the equivalent of when you're going through a shopper market, kind of supermarket checkout, right? And you see the pack of Tic Tacs or, like, the pack of chewing gum and you think, oh, I need that. It's like that impulse thing that you think you want. And the idea of getting this thing is so great that you just buy it on a whim. Then when you actually get it, you go, actually, I don't actually want this. And it just sits in your car for, like, the next year, not being eaten. Like, people think that they want it. They don't want it when they get it. I think international management has to come in next year, chat. I was thinking about this more and more. Obviously, international management got cut fairly late from FM25. Like, we found that out because they did a blog post. It's a World Cup next year. They can't not have international management when there's a World Cup year. Like, it'd be absurd, especially with the delay, because they kind of said it's going to come to FM26. And I know now technically FM25 never happened. So there's an argument to say, well, it'll just slip to the next game, FM27. Oh, I don't think they can do that. That would be mental. Yeah, managing B teams is just not fun. I mean, managing youth teams would just be shit anyway. Because in real life, right, managers don't pick the tactics they're playing. They will play a tactical system that resembles that of the senior team, so that the players are playing the style of football the main manager wants to have. Youth team managers don't make any signings themselves. They don't make any tactical changes themselves. Often their squad selection is dictated by the more senior team, especially if they call up the better young players. Like, there's not actually much to do as a youth team manager. Like, it would be very, very boring. That is an awful giveaway, by the way. If they now score here, I'm going to be fuming. Akpan, Foster. That's the first goal we've conceded in so long. It's only 2-1. Do I need to worry? I am playing a full-strength team here. I'll just encourage the players. The idea that players cannot progress at all if they are playing youth and B team matches drives me nuts. Those games do improve them, Duncan. Playing in B team, it doesn't improve them to the same level as playing at a more senior level, but players develop through playing in youth team matches. I'd like to have more say in under 16 signings. We get poached emails now. I'd like to contribute to that. The issue is, right, for legal child protection reasons, they can't put players anywhere under the age of 16. JS3122, dude, thank you for the prime. 7 months of it. Thank you all for just hanging out with me and watching Indong do his thing. Get your Indongs out. Please don't. Please don't. No Indong pics. He's doing dancing. This is technically not a net free and flee, is it? Yeah, it probably should be. Let's make some subs and then I might just flee early. Probably deserve to lose if I do that, to be honest. Let's make all the subs. That's fine. You're thinking regens. I don't know if I'd want regens under the age of 16. That might sound really weird. But there's very, very few players that, like, under the age of 16 are even being discussed about for, like, senior football. Like, the reality is that, like, the first team manager has no... I mean... I could see how the reason for wanting like more poaching youth players, but I think it would just exist in a means by which your head of youth development is given a budget and randomly some players come in as part of the intake. That the game is like, hey, your head of youth signed these over the last year. Right, Zephyrino. I thought he was going to score to make it 4. You used to get 14-year-olds in FM19 also in countries like France. Yeah, they changed. I feel like they changed that. I think there is still a chance you can get 14-year-old regens, but I don't think that was intentional. Hope the UFM improves the dynamic youth rating. It's tricky, right, with the dynamic youth ratings, because it's like, how dynamic do you make them? Because they are semi-dynamic. I think people want them to be as dynamic as other elements of the game are, but you could argue the elements of the game, some elements of the game are so dynamic that it's like a bit farcical. But I do think because Football Manager is a game and because it's fun to have the youth rating dynamic, they probably should... That's a pen. They probably should make it more dynamic than it is right now. Definitely the ability to rest players as an international manager. Oh, I think within like rebuilding international management for whatever football manager it next comes into, there will have to be some kind of training as part of that. Like training camps are such a big part of being an international kind of campaign, right? Like you have your training camp before you drop some players, like you train your players in certain systems. Like, I feel like the international management should have its own training system that's like completely separate from how it works at club level, with greater focus on like team chemistry. Player role familiarity should be way more important. I think that's the kind of thing that they will do as part of like redeveloping international management, though. Okay, Marseille chat. Marseille. Good news as well is Palmer's back. Palmer's back. There's interest in him from loads of Saudi teams. I don't really want to sell him. He picks up Gibraltarian nationality in a year. Oh, Magpies lost against Man 62. That's pretty good for us. I mean, it's still very tight at the top, to be fair. Training system can theoretically do with a rebuild across the board now, IMO. I don't know. I don't think the club training system is that dated or bad. What would people change? I'm curious. What would you change about it? What don't you like now about the current training setup? Because it wasn't that long ago that it was redone. So I'm curious as to what people think the issues with it are. Like, there's always balancing tweaks they can do to make it better, but like from a foundational level, I don't think training's in a bad spot. Do I think they'll add more dynamic camera angles and movements in the new game? I think the current match engine of Football Manager is very restricted in the camera angles because it just doesn't look very good when you get so close. Like in the last few years, obviously, we've seen like new cutscenes, right, for like European competitions, like the players walking out for the Champions League and stuff. Then there are cameras that get closer than ever. So much of the camera angle stuff will come down to the fidelity of the 3D engine in Unity. And how if it holds up close. In my mind, it would be so cool if Football Manager looked at like real TV broadcasts, you know, like the camera angle changes you get, and then tried to implement that into the game. Because they've clearly already done that for stuff like opening match like flow routines, you know, the team lineups coming up with the wide shot of a pitch. The kind of crane camera that they sometimes do with the players walking out, and then like when the referee gets the ball in a Champions League game. Like they've taken all that, like clearly inspiration from real TV broadcasts. Like direct to camera should be that. Is there anything else I can do to make press conferences and elements external to actual games more interesting? I don't think anything outside of press conferences is that bad. The beauty of Football Manager is you can just delegate all the stuff you think is boring. It's tricky, right? Because some people argue, oh, I don't do press conferences because they don't have enough of an effect. But if you make stuff like press conferences have too big an effect, the people who find them boring, which, hello, I'm one of them, will be like, well, it's ridiculous that I have to do this chore to have an advantage. Like, the sooner you realise as a new player to Football Manager that you don't have to do everything to be successful, the sooner you'll find your preferred way to play and enjoy the game. The thing is, you can't use AI for press conference questions. AI technology like that, firstly, isn't cheap to license, but secondly, it's got to work in so many different languages in so many different contexts. There is this mindset that I've seen, it seems to exist in the modern era where people just go, well, AI will fix that. And whilst AI is great and can definitely be utilised in certain aspects, there's not like a big AI button to hit that makes it, that is the silver bullet for everything, sadly. Like, Football Manager has more words than the Bible in it. And then that Bible is translated into, well, so many different languages. How many languages does Football Manager have right now, chat? And the thing is, like, you've got to have every single line and every single word in the game, like, verified to make sure you're not having some really egregious errors or just offensive stuff coming out. Like, Football Manager has more words than the Bible. And it has 16 languages. Like, yeah, that's not something you could just solve with AI, sadly. I think Football Manager will still have the ability to mod badges and stuff. I don't think SI are naive to the fact that that is essential for people's enjoyment of Football Manager, like custom skins, which I don't know if we'll expect immediately, but like logo packs and face packs and stuff, I really wouldn't worry about. Like, there's a reason why SI have always made it deliberately easy to be able to add in all those custom graphics where you just drag and drop, right? They know. They can't openly say, yeah, we support modding and adding in and licensed stuff. They do know, chat. I mean, Football Manager has its own AI, right? Because that's literally what drives all the computer-based decisions. But if we're talking generative AI for stuff like interview questions, that's kind of what I'm referring to when I'm talking about AI in the context of press conferences in Football Manager. I thought that was obvious, but maybe that's not. I'm talking about generative AI in the context of Football Manager. I'll tell you what, our team is good now, isn't it? Like, players like Ndong are improving. Players like Tukara, well, actually, he's not improving. Can you stop playing badly and start improving, please? I'll praise his training. He's confused. I am too. Keita's good. Cabrera, good enough. That's what I'm wondering. So much it depends on how much better they get, right? Because I would probably use these guys as squad players in the Premier League. They'd be right on the verge of it. But I have to remember that they're 19 and 20, right? Do you know what I mean? It's so easy to forget how young some of these players are when I'm, like, criticising them. I should just praise all their training. I don't doubt there'll be AI integration, Duncan, into games in the future. But for dialogue options in a game like Football Manager, because the issue is, right, AI dialogue in video games opens up a can of worms. Because if you as a developer don't have direct oversight as to what the game is presenting to a user in terms of language and words and stuff, that is a massive red flag when it comes to stuff like ratings boards, because you don't know what language might be thrown out. AI models could get a bit too smart, and people could also influence them and, like, indirectly cause models to say stuff that they shouldn't. And whilst you can try and limit their parameters, the developer still has direct kind of responsibility for that stuff. And I'll tell you now, it's simply not worth the headache. Did I ever manage to sell that Welsh Cup in NFL? I did, Smalley. I made $5 of profit from, what was it, chat? What was the name of the place? I'm trying to remember now. It made me really angry. Loads of people have got this random Welsh village / town lodged in their brain because I was ranting about it for an hour one day. By the way, some of our players' values are actually going up now. That is a good sign for our reputation this year. Tony Pandy. Bloody Tony Pandy. Chat, I'd forgotten it for a second. Now I'm rattled again. It's popped back into my head. Tony Pandy. Okay. Right, it's a Champions League game that we kind of need to win. Historically, 10 points gets you into the knockouts. 9 points sometimes does, and currently we sit on 6. And if I'm being honest, Marseille, Dynamo, these are the winnable games. If we're not likely to beat Man U or Real Madrid, I probably need 4 points from these 2 games. And whilst Dynamo is probably easier, at home against Marseille, with Cole Palmer back from injury, I have to believe we can do it. The only player missing today is Ouattara, who, to be honest, has made the right-back position his own. He's been so good in this part of the pitch, but he's suspended, so Perez is going to come in. Besides that, though, we're at full strength. And, like I said, we need to get a result. We need to get a win. This is definitely an opportunity to do it. Marseille are not bad. I'm not actually sure where they are currently in the standings, but because we're at home especially, I have to view this as winnable. I have to. How are they going to line up? They're going to play a 4-3-3. I hate playing against this shape. It's the same shape that Arsenal played against us. I think we'll stick with a 4-2-3-1 for now and try and match them on an individual level. Oh, show me the roof. Show me the roof. Get the roof on my screen right now. Come on. We're ready. We're ready. The corrugated steel roof of the Apex is our light. And I'm hoping it's going to guide us on our way. They've got some good players. Vitti is the Italian centre-back. I had him in one of my save games, and I can't remember which. Lafont, Conrad, great tackle. I've just realised this is a kick-off highlight. A TK. That's not how you say his name, but it sounds good, doesn't it? Lafont, forward to Conrad. Oh, I don't like this. I really don't like this. Okay. Okay, you know what? Nah. I'm going to what I know. I'm going to play the 4-2-4. I feel like this shape works way better for us in this kind of game. The only downside is Palmer can't play left mid. So I could either play Tunkara there and on the left mid and play Palmer further forward. Why am I tempted by that? Why am I... This might be a better way of approaching this problem. I've had this in a few games. Let's try this. What are we doing? What are we doing? I hate that set piece because I don't think there's anything you could do about it. Maybe there is and I'm just a noob. Sometimes it's just a man unmarked on free kicks. It's a good finish. I mean, that's not down to the tactical changes we've made. It's literally a set piece where the man's left unmarked. Tunkara. Oh, it's offside. It's offside. It's offside. It's not going to count. Even though it's an own goal. The lino flagged. It's not going to count. I hate that goal that they scored from the free kick. Like, is there anything that anyone's found out as a way to stop it? Also, that is... Can we redo the lines, please? But that free kick that we just conceded, like, there's not really anything I think you can do about that. It's just one of those goals that feels a bit outside of your control when you're playing FM. Let's play Palmer as a roaming playmaker. Like, sometimes it works out in your favour as well, so I can't even really be that mad. They've had 74% of the ball as the away team here. We're trying to catch them on the counter, but we're just not catching them on the counter. Also, why is it showing the Vitti own goal as disallowed for them? That is a great question that I don't have the answer to. What was that? Do better. I'm going to go more attacking in this half because I kind of feel like we have to. Palmer, sit inside, roam from position, cross from byline if you get there. I'm going to leave us a bit more open here. I mean, we're already pressing kind of hard here, but I guess we can up it a little bit more. and see what we can do. Ndong, Tunkara, and Killy playing in the middle. He'll move across with the inverted wing back, so we don't have to worry about things here. Football Manager's positional rotations are way smarter this year, which I love. Ndong, finish that, please. Good goal. Great goal. That's what we needed to start off. 2 minutes into the half. We're back in it. We are back in it. Nice build-up play here. Llewellyn slots into the midfield. Palmer offers that width. And that is just nice. Tunkara's left free in the middle. And tucks it away. That, you know what? That works for me. Tactical changes instantly work. I'm a genius. We're so back. Now, a draw in this game is probably enough if we beat Dynamo. Bizarrely. Oh, I've just shouted praise on the players. Let me hit cancel to cancel the shout. If you didn't know, you can cancel shouts by going into the tactics screen and hitting cancel. Don't know why that's a thing, but it just is. So use it. PP, Perez, there's options. Freitas, and Ndong! Oh, that was parried only just wide. That was so close as well. Already an hour into this game. I've got a lot of players on bookings. It might be time to bring in a fresh midfield. We've got another corner here. Tunkara off. A logo on at Roman Playmaker. Baffin at defensive mid. Llewellyn off for Duru, I think. No, you know what? Heaven. I think Heaven's very good with the ball at his feet, which in this role is nice. I'm just thinking about if I want to change things more. Let's bring Latifi on in the wide area. Why not? Fresh legs in the final third needed. Look at the match momentum, by the way. It's completely swung in our favour. A logo. Bath. That is one of the reasons I brought Bath on, for just his massive head. 22 minutes left. Win that header. That's nice. Latifi gets it forward to Aiden Heaven. He has to hold it up here, but he's so good with the ball at his feet. NDIA. A logo. Keita. This is nice. How many players have they got forward? They are being lazy here in tracking back. Or are we being stupid going forward? That is mental from us. What are we doing? What just happened to my defence? Where was Cabrera's there? I guess that's me having dribble more on, but I don't understand why Perez doesn't tuck. Yeah, that's unfortunate, isn't it? That is... That's... I mean, they've had 2 shots on target and they've both got in. On the one hand, I've got dribble more on the centre-back, so maybe I should be... Like, maybe it's on me. At the same time, I feel like Perez should just drop into the gap there. Oh my God, what is this? What a way to just throw away a game. That is... I mean, it's a pen. I know it's in the box. I know it's in the box. I don't know why I'm waiting for anything. They've had 2 shots on target. They're about to have their 3rd from the penalty spot. What an absolutely horrific way. Oh my word, he's actually saved it. He's actually saved it. He's actually saved it. I mean, now I believe. The invincible beaked Duck Army subbed as the save happened. So clearly that's a good omen of some kind. If we now get a point from here, it's all on that save, innit? Really. Get rid of pass into space. Play a bit wider. In transition. Distribute it to whoever is free. Out possession. I'm already pressing like crazy. Yeah, invincibly peaked Duck Army, mate. Thank you for the 5 months. Keep your chin up, Jack. The IPTA loves your work. I appreciate it. Shout out to the Duck Army. Ducks fly together. But do we? There's 4 minutes left. There's 1 man for this job. Cliff Garcia, onto the pitch you come, my friend. If in doubt, Cliff Garcia on. Why have they got a caught free kick? I was going to make more changes. I was thinking about I need to go more attacking. There's only 3 minutes left. Wimmer for them scares me. Why do I feel like this is just going to go in the top right corner? I've just seen it. I don't know why. He's not going to cross goal. He's going... that would have been mental. That would have actually been mental if I'd called that like that. Right, a logo, mate. You might as well go on the attack here. Full back on attack for Perez. Bath through the middle. A logo. Centre attack in mid. Hold up ball. Roam around. More direct. Wider play. Hit early crosses. We need a miracle, folks. We need a miracle. There's 6 minutes of added time. Do you believe? Cliff Garcia whips it in. Cabrera scores! Oh my word, we've actually done it. Cliff Garcia with the assist. NDIA was forward. My goalie was in the box. Our goalie was in the box. He's the distraction. Cabrera. Oh my word. Right, pause the game. You know what? We'll go to this shape because I think it's probably more defensively solid in this kind of game. Just to try and see things out. I kind of still want to play on the front foot a little bit. Cliff Garcia with the assist. Get back in defensive shape. And let's take out a point and run. Oh my word. The missed penalty. I mean, NDIA deserves his flowers as well. But Cliff Garcia with the assist on off the bench. Oh my word. We've absolutely robbed them. I mean, to be fair, considering they had a penalty as well that contributed to their XG, they did not deserve to win. Trust the process. That's what I'm going to tell the players right now. Our winning our next Champions League game is probably enough, chat. I'll save the game. Game 5. Done. I'm not even done there. I'm trying game again. I would imagine if NDIA had been the man to score it. He saves a penalty at one end, then scores at the other. It would have been so funny. Right, we've got a big league game here, chat, against Magpies, who are... I don't know if they're still unbeaten. They were unbeaten for a very long time. I think they... Are they still... No, I think they lost one. Yeah, they lost one to Man 62. But they're not going to be easy. Wowzer, that was absolutely insane, wasn't it? What do you say about that? How have we stolen a point there? Training facilities have been upgraded. Ouattara's out. Give him some rest. We'll just drop him. Perez can come in. Have I had a goalie score? I don't know if I have this year. I've seen them score, just not for me. Oh, chat, look at it. Can you see it? It's glorious. 5-star training facilities. Just makes me happy. I can't believe that penalty save, by the way. That's absolutely sensational. What a bloke. I want an affiliate club. That's how we get first option on players. Okay, well, that's not happening. Never mind. Dylan just doesn't grant any of my requests, does he? Can I have a coaching course, Dylan? It's a bit unfortunate that I can't ask for the training facilities to be improved. I don't want to build a new stadium yet, but our current stadium can be expanded to 5,000 seats, so I'm going to ask at the board if they'll expand it. They won't give me a coaching course. That's unfortunate. Okay, this is a big game because Magpies have only lost one game so far this year. We need to put them in their place. I'm sure if you asked him to decrease the junior coaching budget, he'd agree to it. He definitely would. As soon as youth facilities reach 5 stars, things will be more ideal. The thing is, I will never get good youth intakes in this save game, chat. Like, Football Manager does like consider stuff like population into like player generation. I'm in a country where 30,000 people live, and populations are not dynamic in Football Manager, sadly. Like, the odds of me producing someone good are slim to none. Right, Magpies. They knocked us out the Rock Cup last year in the final. They nearly scored there. We're on like a 65-game winning run. I'd love to keep it going for as long as possible. I do look at NDIA and goal chat. I think the next logical big addition to this team is going to be like a top quality striker. Like, I'm talking someone who is just far too, like, I don't know, it's just sort of you expect to score on the regular. Don't feel like we've got that yet here. I guess it's just about getting I have the money for it. I guess the wages are going to be an issue as well, aren't they? Because I'm not paying anyone over £15,000. I do miss Schmetzer. I do question if I should just bring back Schmetzer if I can get to a point where our rep is higher than MLS clubs. At the moment, players would rather go to MLS than play for me, sadly. How about asking your chairman for a new contract for 50% yearly wage rise? I have tried stuff like that before. The issue I had was the way the rounding works, because it only does integers of £5 for manager salaries. Like, it doesn't really solve stuff. And it's very hard to get a 50% yearly wage rise on a manager contract. I feel like we should be winning this game comfortably, and we're not yet, and that makes me worry. Perez. Where are we going, Perez? We need, like, another Good. You know the year that Good had chat? I want a striker who does that every year. That's what I'd like. I say that as NDIA scores. Also, that was a horrible noise that just came out the bottle. Apologies, chat. Need water. Okay, I mean, 10 minutes ourselves, we've absolutely battered them here, but they've had chances. We've not actually created that much for all the dominance we've had. Oh, my word. Why did I say anything? That is awkward. You should give players 50% of next sale clauses. They are paying you peanuts, isn't it? I don't know if you're new here, Chris Oka. I think every single player we've sold always has a sell on of 50%. We're already very much doing that. In fact, that's been our main source of funding early on in the save game because of the player values being low. Are they going to score again? Oh my, what chat? What's just happened? What has just happened? What did I say? Anything? What has happened here? I mean, that's bloody awkward, isn't it? I do feel like I've been a jinx there, I'll be honest. Feel like I've played a role in all of that. Goal before half-time would be nice, though. PP. Freitas. We love that. We're back. We're back. Reports of our death greatly exaggerated. No, but I'm talking about give the player 50% you first receive for sell the player. Why would I give a player a 50% sell on Crisoko? My player values are abnormally low because I manage in Gibraltar, so sell-ons are my main source of money. I guess the argument is it would save me a little bit of money, but I don't want to be in a situation where because values are starting to go up for players. I don't really want to be in a spot ever where I'm losing 50% of a fee. Also, the AI in Football Manager, they've scored again, doesn't have a concept on what like 50% of the values of my players is versus everyone else. Has anyone seen Wok today? Was Wok here earlier? The issue with giving the player 50% is that, like, well, if I do then sell the player on for bigger money, like a good example would be NDIA right in goal, whose value is actually going up now. Like, that could really cause me a headache. And if other players' values start going up like his are, it'd be a problem. Tristan has followed the channel and immediately asked, yo, can I ask something about FM? You can. You can ask something. I don't know if I'll have the answer, but I can try and help. That's a pen. Am I losing to Magpies? Nah, we're about to be drawing with Magpies. We don't lose against Magpies. Except that one time, which we don't talk about. That's cold. Cold by Cole Palmer. He has just scored. I should probably keep him on. 1x James, dude. Thank you for the 5 months of the tier 1. Appreciate you, mate. I still want to take off Palmer. And Dong's on a bucket. You know what? Savino. In fact, Savino can't. Zeffirino and Garcia are on. And I don't want to have a sending off at left back. Oh, no worries, Chris. Okay, I appreciate you tried to help. Sorry, I got a bit confused with what you were suggesting to begin with. Earlier on in the save game, I did give some players some very, very big sell-ons, a few of the American players. It's just a bit of a risk at this point in the save game. You followed the chat. You followed the stream for the first time today. I'm managing Manchester United. I have Rashford, Anthony and Garnacho. Both three of them are all brilliant. Who do I pick? Well, you're going to need to rotate your team around a little bit anyway, so they can probably all play. I'd use the comparison screen and see who's better in your save game, is the honest answer. I forget that Football Manager is 18 months out of date. Those three players, is it like as a combo, is just funny. All their goal contributions are the same, but I'd look at their contributions per 90. And if they're all doing amazingly, then you don't need to change anything, surely. I'm a bit confused. If all their goal contributions are the same, I'd pick them based on who is attribute-wise the best. But I would look at like goals and assists per 90 and not just like starts. Okay, we're 4-3 up. The subs have instantly made an impact. We're chilling. Like, if you're Manchester United, like, it's not like you need to sell one of those players for money anyway. But if one has interest in them, I'd sell that one. I'll be completely honest with you. There's not really a right or wrong way to approach the situation you're describing. My MFL lineup set up for the cup game. They're set up for both sets of games today, Duncan. In fact, I think my Suwon Academy team is set up for like the next week. Because it's just really basic rotation. Because it's just my team of not so good players. Right, this game did look a bit scary, but we're running away with it now. Cabrera's 19 jumping reach is just bullying them at the near post. How old is Cliff Garcia now? I don't think he's that old. He's 26. Is it just me, or does it feel like he's been around for a lot longer? He's aging like a fine wine. I think, chat, I might call it after this game for today's stream. I'm feeling pretty tired, I think, because I was up till 4 a.m. watching the ice hockey, and I still need to record tomorrow's video, and I'm a bit paranoid about my voice going. I still need to edit tomorrow's video as well as record it. And I'd rather not be doing that until the late hours of tonight, if I could avoid it. Am I still just running near post corners? I am. Hi, Jack. Loving the YouTube content. Have you used surprise shirts before? And if yes, how was the experience? I haven't used it, but tomorrow on my YouTube video, there's a brand deal potentially with a mystery shirt company. That they hooked me up with a good shirt in my mystery box, which was random. So if you were gonna, get a mystery shirt, maybe wait for tomorrow's video and then support the channel by using the one that I'm advertising. Spoilers, chat. I've given spoilers away there to the brand deal that I alluded to yesterday and gave no details to. That's my suggestion, Inside Egg. If you can wait 24 hours and you love my content, which if you hear, of course you bloody love it. Paid chatter, true. True. Perfectly timed chat message. All right, chat. I am going to leave things there for today. We'll rest up the players. Good stream, though. Nice chilled out stream, to be honest, up until the bit of drama against Marseille. Tomorrow, like I said, I've got a podcast I'm recording tomorrow, so I'm not sure if or when I'm going to be streaming. What time did I agree to do the podcast? Let me check. I agreed to do it at 1 p.m. I did not plan about the YouTube upload for tomorrow when I thought about all of that. Right, in that case, chat, I don't know if there will be a stream tomorrow. If there is, I'll tweet out about it in the morning. But if there is no tweet, just assume that we're back on Thursday. I'm very, very sorry. I committed to doing a podcast like weeks ago, and I'll be honest, I didn't really expect to be behind on the videos like I have been lately. I've just been playing a lot of the Journey Manager, and it'll probably just help with my voice resting up, perhaps even to just have a day off from streaming anyway. We are, as someone just pointed out, 3 wins away from 69 wins in a row. Someone remind me when we hit 69 to take a screenshot for a tweet, because I'm a child and I will probably otherwise forget. Chat, you know what? There's a small chance of a stream tomorrow. Just assume we're back on Thursday. How does that sound? There'll be daily YouTube videos as always, and we'll probably do a slightly longer stream. Maybe try and wrap up all the Champions League stage stuff on Thursday. Maybe the knockouts to end the week after that. Right. I'm going to leave things there for today. Chat, I'll hit the big old outro button. Can I just say, thank you for hanging out today. It's been really, really fun. Have a lovely rest of your day. If I don't see you tomorrow, make sure to watch the YouTube video first and foremost. But I will see you on Thursday for certain. I love you all. I appreciate all the support. I'm going to go rest up my voice a little bit. I'll see you all soon.